Hey everybody, Retro Geek Dad here, back with another toy review. This time we are looking at the Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 9 Deluxe figures. We have Leech and Snout Spout. I just want to kind of go over these really quick. Just first of all, on the packaging, 40th anniversary He-Man sticker. I love it. I love this. So I'll go into each figure's packages a little separate, when I go over them individually. But Wave 9, we do have the 2000X He-Man, the 2000X Skeletor, Snout Spout, Leech, Mantenna. From the Rulers of the Sun Sunman line, we have Pighead, which, like I said before in my previous video, I'm not too interested in the the Sunman line, so I'm just going to avoid that one. I just don't know much about it, and I really just kind of wanted to stick to the figures I had growing up. And we do have the Roton vehicle, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to check these out and see what we got. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at Leech first. So Leech is the evil master of power suction. Figure really sticks to smooth surfaces. I don't think, if you had the vintage one, he had like a button on his back. I would do the suction. I'll have to see if I can find mine, but we do have an alternate head here. Extra hands, and of course the Hordak crossbow. But he is from the Evil Horde. On the back of the package, we have Hordak here, and then we have Tongue Lasher from the Snake Man. I know we do have some of the Snake Men coming up. They were revealed at San Diego, so hopefully we'll get a good Tongue Lasher, later down the line. We have some kind of little flying green goblin-looking thing. Quite sure what that is. It looks like a mix between a bat and the little green Martian from the Flintstones. But where you can stick him to a window or something, and it looks like his feet, mouth, hands, and feet stick to smooth surfaces. Only works with suction cup accessory. Of course, we have our Wave 9 figures, our lineup. And we have the UPC code for Leech. So we'll go ahead and we'll open him up and check him out. Okay, so we have our comic Night of the Leech. Have a few characters in here. And we have our swappable diagram. So the head, the arms, torso, and the feet are swappable. Okay, we have our little Hordak crossbow here, which it just connects like that, and when they're holding it, you can kind of push down. It kind of pretends, pops out. So then we have our alternate head, which is pretty gnarly. We have our alternate hands. Kind of like the three little fingers. And we've got bands on the elbows and at the feet. so do have the suction cup hands. I don't have anything around here. Maybe I can find something we can test them out with. But since we're not, like, I don't see any mechanism on the back, so I don't see why we have to have this big hard plastic body if we're not getting the suction cup feature or the the pump feature. We could have just used a regular smaller body, but let's see. Yeah, it's just, I don't even think that's going to fit with any of the other figures. Let's grab He-Man. Yeah, we could have just used a regular, buck body. Yeah. Like, I don't know who you can interchange that with for it to look halfway okay. We do have, the suction cup hands, suction cup feet, suction cup mouth, side view. Let me see if I can find my original real quick. Okay, so here is my original. Of course, his legs are a little wobbly, but he had this, that you would push this in, and there's a little hole right here in his mouth, and that would create suction, and that's what caused it to stick. Like, you could get it to almost stick to your hand, really. But that's what would cause the suction. And of course, his arms are rubbery. He's got the suction cups, but they never really stuck. And of course, his feet they're just flat. But with the new one, we don't have that feature. So, like I said, I don't know why we have to have this big body. But let's set the other one to the side. Let's get this notebook. Let's see. Okay. It sticks pretty good. And of course, they've got the little tabs so you can separate it. Make it good for posing it on certain places, where you can stick his feet to the suction cups. Stick the suction cups to certain things. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then the regular mouth. So it's not too bad. I do kind of miss the suction, the suction feature that they had. But let's check out the alternate head. That's what I want to see. I'll go ahead and swap out. So I'm noticing that this right here, it is the hard plastic as opposed to this being the suction cup material. So it's like they glued the hard plastic into the suction cup here. So I'd still be careful changing out the hands, because I can see it's separating. I would see that as a weak point where it would separate right here. But check out the alternate hands. So that's pretty cool. I kind of like that better. Just because when I was a kid, I was always curious as to what he would look like if he didn't have, the suction cup in his mouth. So that's pretty cool. I do like the hands. Kind of terror filled, like something out of a horror movie. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's pretty cool. I like him. I just don't care for the, the big hollow thick body. So that's pretty cool. So we'll set him to the side and we'll take a look at Snout Spout. Now I do have a vintage Snout Spout. Let's see if I can find him real quick. Okay, so this is the vintage Snout Spout, so we'll look at him in a second. Alright, so we have our new snout spout. Nose sprays, douses the enemy's firepower. So he does come with two different heads. He's got the water spraying nose. It's attached to a backpack. His firefighter axe, his backpack. We do have an articulated nose for the other head. And on the back we have, known as Eternia's bravest snout spout charges into danger without question. I know he's supposed to be like a fireman. So that's pretty cool. So we do have, we have a snout spout. We have King Hiss over here and Cobra Khan. So these are the Snake Men, and we do have the Snake Men coming. They should be in the future waves. So with this backpack, it is different from the vintage. So we actually have a separate backpack instead of, sorry about that. So we have a separate backpack instead of an internal mechanism in the figure, which is good because, well, I'll get to that in a minute. We do have our lineup UPC code. So we'll go ahead and open him. Like I was saying, the outside external water feature. I'll drop the axe. Drop the axe. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, same comic and movable parts. So on the vintage figure, of course, I don't have the stopper anymore. You would actually put water inside of his body, and everything was, internal. And the problem was that if you left any water in it at all, it would, get black mold in it. So, that was always an issue with a lot of these that had the water feature. But yeah. So with this one, we actually have an external. If you need to, swap it out or whatever later down the line, or even, easier to clean. But I'll go ahead and take him out. So we have 2 rubber bands and 2 on his feet. We have his regular backpack. I have a spraying backpack. He does not have any extra hands, but we'll go ahead and take a look at him without his water feature. So the backpack, so on his harness here, there's this little tab there. So we'll go over the top just to make it easier. So that just hooks over the top. We do have this articulated head here with articulated nose. His axe will fit into his hand, like so. So pretty cool. So his head does come off, arms come off, torso comes off, and the feet down here at the bottom come off. So that's pretty cool. Pop off the head. So the head does have the articulated nose, so you can twist it around to the different positions. So the only articulation is right here. Kind of like that better, as opposed to the other way. That's pretty cool. And swap it out for the water one. So with the water one, we actually have a, it's kind of a rubbery, okay, I'm trying to think of the words here. It's kind of a rubbery, flexible pack. according to the instructions on the back, you're supposed to, squeeze it, put it in the water, let it fill up, and then you're supposed to just push it. Like, I can feel the air coming out of that. But the hose does come through the bottom, and it feeds through behind the clip for the back. So we'll put the head on, and we'll put the backpack on. So the line runs through the backpack and right back here, which kind of limits the the movement on the head. Because of that, the hose being so tight there. You might be able to, yeah, okay, so you can actually pull the hose through the backpack, move the head around. So, okay, that's pretty cool. So there are the two heads side by side. That one's got tusks. That one doesn't. So here it is with the vintage style. Pretty cool. Now, it would have been cool. See, the vintage style had the fist. It would have been cool to have kept that fist. But we have two open hands, so that's alright. I myself personally probably won't use this just because I don't want the same thing to happen. Because I had to on the vintage one, I had to actually run bleach through it at one point when I was younger to get rid of all that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm glad we got Snout Spout. I like that it does have the water spray feature. I personally will probably just keep this one on. But it's pretty cool. I like that they did them. So yeah. So we have our Snout Spout and our Leech, our deluxe figures for Wave 9. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you again soon.